Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to go straight into the topic, which is very important today. Before I do so, please make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Turn on the bell for post notification bell. I would really want to hear from you. I appreciate everyone who watches my videos and I hope enjoys them. Let's jump right into the video. This topic is going to be discussing the title. After a while of being single and watching friends and close ones get married one by one, I come to realize a different perspective about singles that I was kind of thought about them very differently than before. In the 20s, we're taught, singles of a certain age. I do not like to use the term older singles because we can get married at any age. They're picky, they're choosy, something's wrong with them, something's not right. They know it and they know life and they know everything, and to look at them like they are a problem. Going on into this age myself, I come to realize that is not the problem. Singles of a certain age are heroes. It's totally the opposite of what was understood. Singles of a certain age are heroes. They have decided to not just the term get married to anybody, get married to the first pants, get married because of status, get married because they were pressured. They decided to make their lives as an individual person. They did not want to get married to have a third wheel in the marriage. Sometimes it's the mother, sometimes it's the mother-in-law. They did not want to be in a so-called forced marriage, but they wanted to be in a marriage that they agree with. Because when being in a marriage that they didn't fully consent or was not grown up to appreciate what a true marriage is, because certain marriages, they get married very young, it's between 18 and 20, you did not fully develop and appreciate what marriage is. Besides the physical outside chemistry, that's the first thing that people, you see a boy, a girl, they get married. There is a whole internal connection that's supposed to be between a young man and woman that has nothing what to do with the chemistry. Chemistry helps, but what you're living with is the person. What you're living with is there a package coming along with the person? If it's the mother or the mother-in-law. That's what you're actually living with on a day-to-day basis. When certain couples do get married at a certain young age, once they face reality that it's a whole lot different than just the outside chemistry, and that they were kind of misled or forced into a marriage or any of that sort of thing, they are left with the reality that it's either divorce, which is like a whole messy thing on its own, or they're going to be suffering in silence. Because at the end of the day, no one needs your problems. No one needs your marriage problems. So you have to deal with it on your own. So the singles of certain age decided not to take that path in life, but decided to do their own path. Now, certain singles will say, we didn't intend to stay single this long. That is correct, you did not. But at the end of the day, you are single. Why? You have your own individual identity. If you did not, you would be in a so-called forced marriage. That's the truth. And society is not really that, it's kind of frowned upon because they would rather they decide who should you marry and they make the match and you are married to whoever they decide you should marry. So it's basically not your marriage, it's their marriage. Throughout your years of being in this period of time, you have matured, you have grown into adulthood as a single individual, you have prevailed, You have showed society that despite your sour looks and faces, that you are displeased at the fact that I am an individual person, I am going to keep up that path because it doesn't pay to give up my life that's mine to just a pants. You made your marriage how you want it to be made. I want to make my marriage how I want it to be made. It's my life. Just to pinpoint, as you go on into your late 20s, 30s, 40s, this age, unless if it's so important for you, age or height or status, but at the end of the day, you are living with an individual person. Does his age or her age really matter? Does the height really matter? When being involved with matchmaking, as a young woman myself, I sometimes get frustrated and I say the young man is so particular about age, if it's slightly older, or so particular about status, or so particular about height. It has to be. Sometimes I'm like seeing certain profiles, so the man wants like 5 years younger than his age, and he's not 20. Certain expectations are, I could call it, a lot out of hand. Somehow the girls have it, this mentality, take like about a few years younger and a few years older kind of gap. But by certain young men, they will hear nothing unless if she's like 5 years younger. Women tend to grow up more quicker than the men, so that's why they wouldn't want, let's say, a little bit older than them. First of all, even a girl 20 years old, and I have better news, 14 years old, she's still gonna be grown up than the man. It's called an individual human personality. It has nothing what to do with 5 years younger. Now what are you gonna do? So you ended up marrying a girl, I'm just giving an example, you ended up marrying a girl who's 5 years younger than you, only to realize in your marriage, oh wait, in her, as an individual person in her mental state, she's like 10 years older than you. So what'd you gain from that? You have to, there is this general assumption that girls will be, as much as men tend to be more in the not taking responsibility, relaxed side of life. My point is, do not stick to these. There is a general rule. I will agree to that. There is a general rule. But try to at least know the person. Do you know the person? Or you see age, no automatically know. You see status, no automatically know the status. Get to know the person. Get to know a little bit more than the age picture. Would you rather live with a taller young man, or would you rather live with a mensch, with a refined, with a normal kind of man? And to find a normal man today is not easy. What are your priorities? Bottom line, it's a stable person who has true values and a stable income. That's what really matters. That's exactly who you are living with. For the men, it's a stable young woman. And how is she going to be a future mother to your children? The foundation of God and His Torah and Torah values, she's going to be passing it down to your children. Another point, once you hit into matured adulthood, It gives an impression when men are responsible for their match or when they give the job to their mother. You are of age. You're not 20. Take responsibility for your life. Now you can say, to contradict my mother, I don't want to confront that. It's your life. You want your mother to be in your marriage? She doesn't mind, I'll tell you that. It's your life. And these men end up marrying a version of their mother because their mother will not allow them to marry what he wants. Their mother will want them to marry something that she will want. So basically, you married your mother. In other words, take control of your life. Every battle is hard, but when you cross over, it's a whole lot easier. Once this is clear, marriage is just around the corner. Always remember, the key to success in your life is first believing in yourself. See you in the next one.